Hi everyone. Welcome back to Blizzard's Journey in WolfQuest Anniversary Edition, where I probably have some explaining to do. So if you notice, we are not where we left off last time. As a matter of fact, we are exactly where we picked up at the beginning of the season. And the reason for that is because I went to load the save yesterday and it just wasn't there. It was like my computer had decided to eat it. And I'm not entirely sure why that happened, but I have a strong suspicion that it probably had something to do with the fact that my computer was abruptly shut down the night before when we had a power outage during a huge storm that we had here. Fortunately, I still had the backup I made, and so I was able to reload that, but that does mean that we're right back to where we began, which I guess it's not too bad. We did lose the hexes that we claimed down at the bottom there. And also, I have now 2 recordings that technically never happened. Actually, I had 4 recordings that technically never happened, but I just decided, you know what, since I'm having to go back in time anyway, I'm just gonna scrap the last 2 because they were not very good. One of them was a 45-minute video of just running around from hex to hex, claiming and strengthening hexes, and literally nothing else happened. So, I suppose that's a small blessing in disguise there. You know, for those 2 other recordings I made, the first 2 after the last episode I just posted, I'm gonna keep those and I'm gonna call them canon. But what we're gonna say is, so that will be episode 2 and 3, or 26 and 27 of Blizzard's Journey. And then this will be episode 4 or 28. And what we'll just say is that this is a few weeks later. And probably what happened, I think, is that either Blizzard or Cinnamon at some point got injured. And so they weren't able to keep up the territory for a couple of weeks. And now we're, catching back up with them. They're better, and they're having to go back and restart from the beginning, essentially. And I'm just gonna go ahead and follow the elk herd here, since they're both hungry again. I suppose they haven't been able to hunt for a while either. So yeah, for story purposes, we'll just say that after the last episode, which will be episode 27, I think. Yeah, 27. Something happened. One of them got injured, and they haven't been able to keep up, their territory and everything else. And this is a few weeks later. They're back again, and they're back. They're better, and having to get back to work, essentially. And also, full disclaimer, this is not my first time trying to record this episode either. I actually did try yesterday, after sort of mulling back over what to do and how to proceed from that very unfortunate situation. But apparently the power outage also messed up my audio, my recording software, and it was not really recording very well. So I don't know how that happens. Okay, let's see. Alright, that's hair. Oh, it kind of looked pink from far away. Let's see, where did they... They're so far away. But, you know, I guess the good thing is that we can move on and just try and find the silver lining in what happened. Okay, seriously, where are these elk? They're freaking miles away, that's where. Alright, we just entered another hack, so let's give it a good howl. Okay. Aha. 1 hour. Okay, it looks like they're going this way. Yes? Yes. Yeah, as long as we can find the silver lining and say, hey, well, at least that sort of puts an unexpected twist to the story, I guess. Then we can just move on and continue from where we were, or where we are now. Or just, hopefully it doesn't happen again. That's all I gotta say. Alright. Is that them? Yep. Oh, dang it, Blizzard, why were you sprinting that whole time? That's not helpful. Alright. He's sprinting that whole time without me noticing, and so now his stamina's all gone and he can't give chase. Oh, jeez. Alright. But this one is being really slow. I wonder. Okay, let me zoom out. Maybe that'll help a little bit, because the camera's kind of jumping all over the place since we're on a cliff. Or a hillside. Alright. Let's see, you weak? Nope, nope, nope. Ow. Ow! Cinnamon! Did you guys just see that? Cinnamon just ran him over after he got run over by the... I guess she was chasing that elk, the elk that was running. Just ran him over and just ran him over too. Cinnamon, that was not nice. Okay, what about you? Nope. You? Okay, this calf is pretty weak. We'll take this one. Oh, here comes Mom. Here comes the mother. Ouch! Now, of course, the bad thing is that I'm going to have to go back through our territory and re-strengthen all of the hexes that... Actually, honestly, it's not too bad right now. I think we just need to go to the east, and that Crescent Lake hex that's 69% next to... we need to claim that one. And then we need to head down south, strengthen that 71% one and the 40% one, and then I guess we'll be able to say we're back to where we were. Just about. Right, Cinnamon? Alright. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Once Cinnamon's had her fill. Because honestly, I was just gonna, like, cut out here and just be like, I'll be back when all of our hexes have been taken care of. But you know what? I'll just do it on camera. And then next episode, we can start worrying about claiming the hexes, Junction Buttes hexes down south. Because I want to get those hexes, and hopefully once we have those, they won't be quite as aggressive of entering our territory as they have been. Although I did notice in the patch notes for the latest update of the open beta, they actually did say that they toned down the rival wolf packs just a bit. Mostly on easy mode. But it does sound like maybe they did it on challenging. It affects challenging too, so we'll see. Alright, this hex is so far away. And also, as cruel as it is, I'm sorry, Blizzard, but while we're doing this, no sleeping. We're gonna get this done first. Okay, getting closer. This hex is a little bit of a pain to get to. No wonder why it keeps dropping so low. Alright, you can run a little bit. Oh, order. Okay, I get it. Need to head north. So let's go a little bit more east and then head north so we don't bump into the border again. That's annoying. Okay, here we go. Up this way. There was probably a lot easier way of getting to this scent post, but I always forget where it is. That's the problem in relation to everything else. Okay. Castle Creek. That's a pretty pack name. Castle Creek. We should try and get a dispersal from there next generation. Oh, I don't think I ever told you what pack Cinnamon's from, but she's from the Cinnabar pack from Amethyst Mountain, in case anyone ever wanted to know. She was traveling with 2 sisters who were both younger than she was. And think I said before, but I ended up choosing Cinnamon specifically because she was older, and I felt like Blizzard needed an older, more experienced mate in order to survive, and so far it's been paying off, so... I would say that it was pretty worth it to choose Cinnamon as his mate. Hi, sweetie. Come here, Cinnamon. She does seem to keep a close eye on him because she knows, you know, he can get himself into some trouble. Like his lame brain idea of hunting a bull elk, for example. He's like, but I want to try it at least once. Oh. Alright, let's see. You know what? We can actually just howl, and that'll get this hex up. I'm hoping we can get done with this pretty soon and move on to springtime because I am so ready for spring. I love the way Blizzard looks in the snow, but I hate what the snow does to my computer. Because it feels like it runs so much slower. And I don't even think the game itself runs that much slower, but it feels like the wolves. Like, Blizzard feels like he controls so much slower when there's snow. Even though, like, the game itself runs fine. So, I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. Okay, run, little fox, run! Yeah, she's gonna go get it. No, she's not. Okay. Not this time. She's like, no, we got a job to do. No time for chasing foxes. I know that. You're a good girl, Cinnamon. Okay. So another thing I want to talk about is, for those of you who left name suggestions back on the first episode of Season 1, thank you so much. They are so wonderful. I love them all, and will definitely be using them. Now, I also want to say, if you guys remember, way back early on, I did talk about if any pups died, then I would be essentially recycling their names for the next litter. And I still plan on doing that. But I've been giving it some rethought, and I've decided that for Blizzard and Cinnamon, because they're only a 2-star match, and their litters are so small, only one pup per litter is going to receive what I will call an inherited name from one of the pups from last litter. So, for example, this litter, the first male pup to be born will be named Yule the Second. That is happening because Yule was the first pup to die last litter. His name is first on the list of male names to go back. But I've decided that I'm only going to do that for one pup each litter. So this litter it will be Yule, next litter it will be Sleet. And I think I talked about, like, one of the reasons I wanted to do that besides, what's this? Bluebells, elk herd. Besides, because of lack of names, is because I felt like it was a little bit special when I did that last time in my first playthrough with Blizzard, off-camera playthrough with Blizzard. because every pup who had an inherited name ended up surviving. And it felt kind of like the spirit of the pup who had the name originally was sort of looking after their younger sibling. And I sort of like that. I really like that idea. Not sort of like it. I love that idea that, you know, the pups who have inherited names or passed down names have sort of a guardian angel in their older brother or sister who had the name before they did. And looking at it from the perspective of imagining us as... Oops, I went too far. Looking at us as, you know, the sort of research crew or biologists who are following Blizzard and Cinnamon, and you think about how wolves are sort of designated, and any name that a wolf has is really just a nickname, and in reality, a scientist studying them actually know them by designation. Even though it's not exact, I still feel like it fits in a way toward that, where if we're imagining that we're, you know, the biologist team who raised Blizzard from puphood, and we're following his progress in the wild, aww, that's a good picture. You know, we're following his progress in the wild, and you can very easily say that, you know, we're giving his pups these names as nicknames, when in reality, you know, they have their real designations as M1 or 2N, 2F, or whatever. And then the names we're giving them are their nicknames. It sort of makes sense that if one pup doesn't make it, that nickname doesn't stick with them, you know? So. But I didn't want, like, the entire litter also to be, given that we nearly lost our entire litter last year. I didn't want this year's entire litter to all be named after deceased siblings and not be able to use any of your guys' suggestions either. So after reevaluating, that's what I decided to do, is just one reincarnated, so to speak, although they won't really be reincarnations. We're not gonna go that far and say that. And of course, so for example, since Holly survived, her name's never going to be used again, except, you know, maybe many generations down the line. Her name, you know, that's stuck with her now. Just like we're not going to name a pup Blizzard or Cinnamon, we're not going to name a pup Holly or after any of the living siblings. So that's just what I wanted to talk about there. Alright, Bunny, you're mine. And also, I know I'm like running past all these dens. I'm more worried about territory right now, not looking for dens. Because there's so much catching up to do. Cinnamon. We had so much time off for us to get healed and get better. Do you wonder what happened? Like, I'm kind of imagining right now probably what happened, given how clumsy Blizzard can be sometimes, is he probably just got ran over by an entire herd of elk or something. Wasn't watching where he was going, and there's an elk herd running through the area. That's probably what happened. At least to Blizzard. If Blizzard was the one who got hurt. I imagined it was, actually. Somehow,
It seems like a Blizzard thing he would do. Just get hurt because he's not really paying attention to what he's doing. Yes, I know there's a den nearby. I can never seem to find that den in winter. Really, I can't. I know it's in these rocks somewhere, but I can't ever seem to find it in the wintertime. It's kind of annoying. Alright. We gotta go... Yep. Straight on. And... Little howl. Blizzard, I cannot wait for you to have the Territory Might pack. Territory Might perk. I definitely will be giving him that perk at the first opportune moment because territory goes down so fast. Like, the first 2 hexes we took care of are already 98%. And then when you sleep, it's just ridiculous. Okay. He is somewhere this way. I also know that he's getting tired, but I don't want to let him sleep right now. I need him to take care of this before he sleeps. And I'm probably going to have to check the time on the recording soon, too. So let me knock out this Crescent Lake scent post right here, and then I will go check the time on the recording, make sure I haven't been going for 45 minutes. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I've only been going 28 minutes. So we can run back up here real quick. Yes, thank you, AMD. I know. You don't need to tell me that every single time I launch a game. I didn't even shut down the game. I just exited out the window to pull up OBS. That's all I did. But it still wants to tell me every single time. Let's see. What pack's this? Slip and slide. Oh, they're really close. I personally don't worry too much about dispersals in your territory just because they usually don't really do anything as far as messing your territory up. It's the pack wolves you gotta worry about. And dispersals won't go after your pups either. So there's that too. What's this? Cinquefoil elkerd? Never heard of it, actually. Okay, the game really wants me to know there's an abandoned coyote den right over here somewhere, but that's Crescent Lake's territory. I would like to go back into my own territory, please. Thank you, game. There we go. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just trying to find a place kind of close to the edge of this here to put down our scent marker before I leave. Someplace I will be able to remember roughly whereabouts it is. Which would be down here. That's what I was looking for. Alright. Man, they really are tired. I don't know, huh? One more time. Yeah. I love how Blizzard's just howling into those trees. Howling. There we go. I don't know why words are hard for me sometimes. Okay. Now here's the question: do we risk sleeping? I'm kind of leaning toward no. I think I really am leaning toward no. Alright. Okay, well, either way, I'm going to end this episode here. And Blizzard, Cinnamon, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.